Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel on LELB Society. This session I will be teaching you another unit of 1100 words you need to know, week 30, day 2 on LELB.net. Okay, new words. Condescend. Condescend means stoop and lower oneself. It comes with the preposition to, and it means that, for example, you regard somebody not important. You show disdain or contempt, or you humiliate that person. You are so proud that you consider the person actually not important enough to communicate with. Candor. Candor means frankness and honesty. Pay attention, the adjective form is candid. Mortify means embarrass and humiliate. Jocose. Jocose means humorous and merry, funny. Malign as a verb means abuse and slander, criticize. Okay. The John J. Roe. This is the name of Mark Twain's boat. Mark Twain's boat was so slow, no other steamer or steamship would condescend to race with it. It means it was so slow that no captain or boat owner would like to compete with it on the river of Mississippi, the Mississippi River. Do you remember? Because actually this is the rest of the story in previous lessons. With the utmost candor means complete honesty, Twain comments that his boat moved at such a pathetic pace, at such a weak, slow pace, say at a snail's pace. They used to forget. Used to, it means that it refers to the past, but does not happen at the present time anymore. It used to forget in what year it was. You know, it is rather humorous and so funny and with some exaggeration that they left port. So nothing would mortify Twain more than the fact that ferry boats, simple boats and rafts waiting to cross the river would lose valuable trips because their passengers grew senile and died waiting for the boat. Again, actually it's full of exaggeration. It means that the passengers had to spend so much time waiting for the boat, Mark Twain's boat, that they grew senile. And senile means actually weak and incapable of thinking correctly and clearly because of old age. So, and the John J. Roe, it refers to the boat, to pass. Mark Twain wrote in a jocose and funny manner about the races his steamer had with islands and rafts. Raft refers to ferry boat or some simple boat that is made of some pieces of wood tied to each other with some strips. Okay, and the bottom of the boat is flat, completely flat. So this is called wry humor, W-R-Y space humor. It means when you just use humor in the face of problem in order to motivate yourself. With quiet humor, He continued to malign the riverboat, to abuse and criticize, but his book is replete, means full of, replete with love for this sort of life. Sample sentences. He had such disdain, means contempt, resentment for us, that he would not condescend to speak before our group. Before here means in front of, means at the presence of. It doesn't refer to the time, it doesn't refer to time. It is most common to malign the wealthy for the avarice. Avarice means greed, extreme desire, burning desire for generally money and materialistic things. It is common to malign and abuse and criticize the wealthy for their avarice. It is difficult to be jocose in the presence of so many doleful people. Doleful means sad, melancholy. In the presence of means with someone or in the same place as them. Yeah. It is difficult to be jocose in the presence of so many doleful people because they will impact on your mood. When we cannot speak with candor, we use euphemism. Euphemism is an indirect speech act or type of speech in order to be more polite to other person, to say something but in a more polite way. Okay. Good sportsmanship requires that one not mortify a defeated adversary. Adversary means opponent. Here in the domain of sport events. So good sportsmanship requires that, pay attention to this structure, it requires that one not, because should has been omitted before that. So there is should between one and not, and it has been omitted because of require. Mortify or humiliate a defeated means beaten, means a person who has lost a competition or game, an adversary. And today's idiom, from pillar to post, means from one place to another. The company was so large and spread out, means it was so large. The spot and location was so huge. Therefore, he was sent from pillar to pillar before he found the proper official. Official refers to a person who is in authority, and he can just help the person get something done. Yeah. Thank you for your attention. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to receive the following vocabulary sessions. Thank you and bye-bye.